Hey, hi, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites. Folks, you might have heard, Bullet Heaven Festival is in full effect right now, and I am trying to play and cover as many of these glorious games as I can, so that you can pack your wish list or just start playing them right meow. You know what I mean? Today, I am back with another new one to the channel. This is a game called Swarm Grinder, and this is a really interesting bullet heaven, I have to say. What we have is kind of a combination of mining and taking down enemies and uncovering territories. And that's how we win, is by opening up these special territories. In fact, we need to open up 25 of them. Now, there's a couple things you have to keep your eye on while you're playing this game. And those would include the map itself and the direction you're heading in, your health, and then your fuel, because the fuel is the lifeblood. It's going to determine how strong your arsenal is, and it's going to keep you going. Increases proficiency with explosions. Okay, all right. Guess we're going to have to find some explosions. So if you look at that yellow bar that's now blue, we have moved up into the next zone of capability with our fuel, and our guns are firing off a little bit more frequently. We're doing a little bit more damage, and our capabilities really just overall are complemented by it. As you consume fuel, and you are always consuming fuel, if it starts to drain into that lower zone, your abilities are going to slow down. If it drains even more and depletes, well, then your mech says, hey, you know what? It's okay. We'll keep you running, but we're going to start using your health as fuel. You are not going to be happy about that, okay? So, that's basically all you have to know. We have some special zones that are going to show up that'll help with the cooldown of our guns. Some of them are actual fueling stations. This game's fun. And so we're going to show off a run of Swarm Grinder. Hopefully, we're going to have some luck here and get the W. The game does sport a bunch of different meta progression and different mechs that you can take into the game. There are several different stages that open up as you play and take out the achievements. All right, let's go ahead and go up to the cleaver. I want to expand upon the capabilities. Let's go wider blades. Now, the abilities that pop when we open up these stations are random. And the ones that I've gotten before will show up. The ones that I've never encountered, they're going to be question marks. So I like that about the game too, especially starting out. Yeah, there's some mystery there with items you've never uncovered before. But it's this delicate balance of, I want to go further, but if I go further, I'm going to open up those enemy eggs. Are we ready to take on those enemies? Now, in case it wasn't clear, because it took me a moment, these areas that have the red spots look like holes in the earth, kind of. Oh, hey. That looks like some kind of an explosive. Explosive area 1 increases area of skills tagged with explosive, increases burn chance of all skills tagged with explosive, increase explosion chance of all skills tagged with explosive. I don't know that we have a skill that's tagged as explosive yet, so we need to work on that. Now, I'm sure you saw me pick up that key. If we get 2 more, that's going to pop out some upgrades for us. And the waypoint to the right there that looks slightly different, almost looks like a, like a computer chip a little bit there. That is going to direct us to the nearest key. So we're going to head that way and try and pick up some juicy capabilities. Cheers to you. I've got an interesting coffee story to tell you. You know, I mentioned the other day in one of our Death Must Die videos that unbelievably to me, still, I've run out of coffee. Well, I ran out of coffee. And my wife had already put in a pickup order at the store, and there was no way to edit it to add some more items. And so she said, hey, you know what? Don't worry. I'll run in. And I thought, oh, that's really cool. That's really cool that you're going to run into the store and pick me up some coffee real quick. Let's get this scatter shot. This thing's pretty good. So you see, as we pick up items, we're consuming even more fuel to power said items. Help me, hurt me. More of a help me, though, on the items. Do not avoid new capabilities just because the gasoline consumption. You'll have plenty. So, one of our community members, Maddie KO, he always tells me, hey, Goat, you know what? This kick-ass coffee, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I said, yeah, you know, I've had it before. I like it. It is pretty good. So I had that on the mind, and I said, hey, you know, if you could get me a dark roast of kick-ass coffee, that would be awesome. Let's do that. So my wife said, yeah, you know, I don't know much about coffee. Send me a photo of the bag. And so I said, yeah, okay. All right, here's the photo. And so she went out to the store, and she came back, and she said, hey, they didn't have the kick-ass coffee. Didn't have it. It is a skill that makes it easier to survive and provides different upgrades to the character based on their health value. Okay. All right. Let's give that a go. Let's go grab another key while we're located closely to it. Oh, it's a cooldown station. Nice. So she said, yeah, you know, so I grabbed you a bag of this instead. And I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's interesting. But this is not the time to say anything. Because she was doing me a favor. This is not the time. It's not the time to say, so, you know what I'm talking about. You know those moments where you gotta, she was doing something nice. So, my wife picked me up a bag of Death Wish coffee. She did get the dark roast. I am pretty sensitive to caffeine. And so my brother drinks some Death Wish coffee at times. And so I said, hey, what do you think about this? You know, I'm pretty sensitive to caffeine. You know, she went out there, she picked this up. I'm not going to go searching for the receipt. You know, it's one of those things, right? And my brother said, hey, here's a thought. Why don't you stop being a little bitch and drink the coffee? I said, you know what? This SOB, he's right. He's right. My wife did a nice thing. I should just drink the coffee and shut the hell up about it, you know? And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what I did. I am drinking dark roast Death Wish coffee, and when I tell you that I can feel it, I think I can really feel it. I'll tell you. I like it. It's got notes of cherry and chocolate, and I definitely get the chocolate. I don't know that I'm getting the cherry, but I like it. I just don't know if it likes me in the same way. We're gonna find out. You know, I definitely felt the buzz of the caffeine in a good way for now. I'm drinking the coffee a little bit more slowly, just as I would for a lighter roast, because they do have the higher caffeine concentrations. That's often confused in the coffee drinking communities of the world. You know, they go, oh my God, this dark roast, holy cow, what a bold taste, it's so strong. It's actually works the other way around. A lot of you probably know this. You know, with dark roasts, they roast the beans longer and it roasts off some of the caffeine. Executioner blades increases damage. You know, we should probably do that. We've spent a lot of points on the blades at this point, so we should probably complement them by adding to the damage. And we have unlocked 8 of the 25 zones that we need. There's another one for us. Let's go grab an upgrade for the Gatling gun if we can. Okay. I am thinking wider and farther with increased magazine capacity. And eventually what I'm going to want to look out for with the Gatling gun is the ricochet capability. It's quite nasty. So we'll hope that that pops for us real soon. We're going to stay in this cooldown station and see if we can just reduce the size of this horde a little bit. And I'm going to come down there and grab those. Perfect. Now you've probably noticed that the drops do disappear kind of quickly in this game, so you've got to keep moving. That's the name of the game, but you know, the movement has helped me hurt me again because you're releasing more creepy crawlies as you move. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's get the scatter shot if we can, and I'm gonna go. Let's see, slow down bullets and decreases the cooldown. That wouldn't be terrible. Let's do that. Seems like an okay trade-off. Oh, we've got an elite. We have got an elite in the area. Let's go down to our cooldown station and see if we can take down this elite that much faster. I don't really want to be grinding out more swarms and fighting an elite at the same time if we can avoid it. We're gonna have to just take one for the team there. All right, come on, buddy, pop up. Almost. Now he's gonna spit out some upgrades for us, so I'm happy to see him. All right, something for the scatter shot. Let's go with the rapid fire magazine size, and ooh, still not seeing that ricochet, but that's okay. Oh, I should mention these yellow rocks that we can grind out. Those drop the red crystals that you're seeing, and that is the meta progression currency. All right. I like that you've got the capability to drop that on the enemies. Well, we're gonna fail that mission, but that's okay. That's all right. 2 available upgrades. Let me show you the meta progression tree. And So what we have here is different projects that you can invest in, and then you take your points and you apply them to whatever you want. Okay, so for instance, if I wanted to upgrade our range overall, I would put a point in here, and then I'd pop it in there and max that out. And now we've got another 10% to range. Folks, this is a game called Swarm Grinder. This is a bullet heaven with some interesting mining component to it, and some capturing of areas as well. It's an interesting combination. I like it. This came out into early access on May 5th, and it is discounted with the ongoing Bullet Heaven Festival. Maybe you want to get in there and try this one out for yourself. Maybe you want to wish list it. I don't know. I think it's fun. Hey, folks, thank you so much for the support. I don't know if you know or not, we hit 2,000 subscribers, and then we blew right past it, and we're still blowing past it. It's very exciting. So thank you to all of you out here with us. It's super exciting. I'll tell you what, we're going to keep playing roguelikes and roguelites all the time. So if you like those, hang out, stick around, consider subscribing if you haven't already. What are you doing out there? Hit the subscribe button, come on, and ding that bell. I don't know what it does. Only one way to find out. Hey, thanks again. Have a great rest of your day out there. We'll see you next time.